doesn't mean you deserve an IC shot. That's not how it works.
Well, there you
Beat
go.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, right.
Beat him clean in the middle. And then you can wrestle Gunther. So moving on, we get Chad Gable backstage. Gable wants one more shot against Gunther, and he asks Adam Pearce for that shot. And Pearce says, hey, you've had a couple matches. I know you beat him once, but you ultimately lost. So you got to start over, buddy. And then Bronson Reed slides in. And then Gable shushes Reed. Gable said, I've made a career suplexing big guys around here, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, he says he's made a career out of suplexing big guys.
Yeah.
And he's going to make Reed an example.
Looking forward to it. So next up, we get Chad Gable with Kool-Aid and Model Girl versus Bronson Reed. And so the story of the match was Bronson Reed is just too fat for Chad Gable to wrestle. Bronson Reed, he ends up going for a senton splash, and Gable gets his knees up, and it successfully counters the move, but Gable's knee gets injured in the process because, again, Bronson Reed is so fat that he can't be wrestled. Then Reed hits a tsunami for the win, and Gable stays at the back of the line. So we're going to milk the Gable storyline, I guess, if he's even in line to beat Gunther.
And I think this is such a beautiful thing that they're doing. He's going to have to win his way back to get Gunther, and then he's going to get his moment and beat Gunther.
If that's what they're doing. I could also see them just, that was a great moment. And then
no, we told you you're in the back of the line. We meant it. You're not getting to the front. You're done.
Right. There's about 5 storylines I can think of where they just gave up on.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that, but I'm thinking that they're just telling the story of he's got to crash at rock bottom, and then he's going to climb his way back up. He's going to have to keep winning. He's going to have to win. You have something that you got to overcome. You got to work your way up the ladder. He's going to have to beat some people, and then he's going to get a new title match, and then this time he'll take it.
Moving on, we got Tommaso Ciampa backstage. Ciampa says that when he got to WWE, he played the long game. But in this universe, patience isn't a virtue, it's a crutch. Gunther has what Ciampa wants. And then Ciampa gets up and does this little slam to the chair, and it looks stupid. He looks like a little kid throwing a tantrum.
That's just his shtick with the chair. Basically, he gets up all fast and throws the chair down, like folds it up. I don't know.
He does it too much.
It's his thing. He's
losing to Bronson Reed and everybody since he fucking came back, and he's just being shoehorned into this thing. And I beat Vinci. Everybody beats Vinci. I beat Kaiser. Everybody beats Kaiser too. Doesn't mean you deserve an IC shot. That's not how it works.
Well, there you
beat
go.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, right.
Beat him clean in the middle. And then you can wrestle Gunther.
You gotta work your way up.
I don't know. They did it with Gable, and it turned out to be a great story. It's just, like, is that what they're gonna do? They're just gonna keep shoehorning people in. I'd rather see somebody earn the right to face Gunther as opposed to, I'm pissed off at Gunther today.
Well, it looks like they're going Ciampa, and then they're maybe Bronson Reed since he just beat Chad Gable. But then I say they're just buying time until Gable works his way back to a title match. Maybe they tell that story over a year, and then I don't know what you do with Gunther for that whole time. Is he going to keep the title for another year?
Why not?
Because he's got to move on to better things.
I understand that completely. Trust me, nothing would fill my heart with joy more than to see Gunther have a real belt. However, if Gunther's going to win the title from Seth Rollins and then just get sucked into Judgment Day shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that happens.
If they just have Gunther winning the title and that's it, then I would rather him just be Intercontinental title holder for however long it takes.
Well, I will say how they're telling it now, it is looking more and more like Priest is going to cash in successfully, hold the title for a little bit, while Gunther still holds the Intercontinental title.
And I'm okay with that. At one point in time, the Intercontinental title was the workhorse title.
Right.
I can see them having Gunther have his big moment, but then not have anything for him to do.
If you're talking about old school, though, what I remember of the Intercontinental title is you get the title, you hold it for like 6 months to a year, you do the workhorse thing.
Right.
You're also auditioning to show them that you're ready for a main event slot.
Right.
And then you drop the title, you move on to the main event.
It's also different though because Gunther's in a historical reign.
That's true. Maybe he just stays in the Intercontinental level. You know, like people like Mr. Perfect. He never went to the main event level, but he was a great Intercontinental champion. Maybe you just like shoehorn him there.
Well, that's silly.
You just
I'm
I don't know.
not saying
I'm just
give
throwing
up
out
on the main
ideas.
event scene altogether. I'm just saying don't put him in the main event scene if you don't have a plan. If you just have him winning the title and that's the end of the story for him, look at what they did with Rollins. He won the title and he feuded with Balor right off the bat because, of course, you got to get the Judgment Day in there. Now he's feuding with Shinsuke. And while that's awesome, it's just there. I don't see like a story line with Seth that has like a lot of layers, you know?
Yeah, and maybe we get there, but maybe they also don't care enough to do it.
Probably not, no.
Like we got the bloodline thing, that's our thing. We got the other title. And I remember those reports. Oh, there's big plans for Seth Rollins. Where are they?